All right, now this is going to be Creo 2. I know that we're using Creo 3, and this is for detail 10. So let's start. So we want to create an extrude on the correct plane. That means the right plane. I know we got confused yesterday between the right and the front plane. We went over that, but if you look on the drawing on detail 10, the front plane actually shows this what we would consider the side or cylindrical parts that look like rectangles. So we're going to draw a circle on the right plane. Come up here to click circle, go on the center point, hit escape, and you notice that the dimension at this point, you should change dimension and be comfortable with that. So we're going to hit OK. Now we want to extrude that. Now the extrude gives us a 0.38. I need to have that as a 0.5. And then we hit OK. Now we're done with that part. Here's the tricky part that a lot of students had questions with. We want to use the extrude. We want to go on this plane. We want to make another circle, but the outside of the circle now is going to be what we cut out, not the inside, which is different than we've done before. So I draw the circle, and I hit escape, and I know that that dimension is 0.375. Now it shows up to 0.38, but that's just because of the settings. Now I hit OK up here. Now if you notice that, a couple things. One thing is it puts an extrude. I don't want to extrude this direction. I want to extrude in that direction. Next, it's wanting to fill everything. I want to delete or get rid of everything. Now, if you notice that there's these two arrows now that I did that. This arrow says anything inside of this gets eliminated. I want everything on the outside, so I need to click that button. Whoa, okay, now you notice that this big old, it's big and we need to change this dimension. So come up here. We want to double click on the dimension, and we know the dimension is 0.19 or 190 thousandths. Now this is getting us somewhere. So hit OK, and now we're good with that. Now what I do want to do is I want to make that hole right through the center of it. So I can hit extrude again, and I click on that plane to draw, and I draw another circle. I'm in sketching mode, and after that I hit escape, and I double click, and I click what's the size of the circle is 0.1875. Now I'm good. I hit check mark, I go extrude, and of course it's the other way. I click that to make it go inside, and I hit volume, subtract volume, and I'm golden there. So now what I want to do is I want to create a threaded hole. That threaded hole is a 632 tat hole, which is different. We haven't done much of this. So in order to do that, I need to create a couple construction planes. So I have three right now automatically. I have the right, the top, and the front. I need to create two more planes to figure this out. So I'm going to click plane, and you notice it gives me this plane here. But what I do want to I want to have that, the drawing says I need to have it on parallel. I want that. Let me come up here. So I want to offset that. But now what I want to do is I want to make sure that it's parallel to that plane, and also I want to know it's tangent to that plane. So I'm going to hit Control, and I'm going to click on that surface there. And if you notice that there's two, I can create that one plane from these two planes. So I notice that from the front plane, I need that not to be offset. I need that to be parallel. Then I want this surface that I have, I don't want it through, I need it to be tangent. So if you notice, all of a sudden it jumps to tangent. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. So that's that. With that, now what I want to do is I want to create a plane on this surface here. So I'll create another plane, come to this surface, and boom, it's automatically done for you. So now what I want to do is I want to create a hole. So I'm going to create a hole. And I don't know where I want to place that hole on. Let's reorientate this plane that I just created there. And it will automatically sync to wherever. Now I can move these around. This green dot, one of them, I want to be connected to this plane because that's the dimension, the plane that I'm going to connect to. So I can dimension that. So it says it's 0.20, but what I want to do is I want to double click on that, and that says that dimension is going to be 0.075, and then I hit it. Now this one I want to connect to this plane, and that dimension is 0. So if you notice, I got this big hole here. So instead of that big hole, I need it to be a threaded hole. So I come up here and I click on Create Standard Hole. I have two labels here. I click on that, and all of a sudden these things change. This is how I create a threaded hole, and it's a UNC, and it's 632. But I'm not done yet. So notice how it goes all the way through, or partially the way through. I don't want that. I want just to go up past that surface. So I need to change that. So I come up here and I left click. I click on this tool shape here, and if you notice that shape, I need to change it. So I need to pick a shape. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to pick that shape there. Notice it doesn't go anything all the way through. It just goes to that surface there. Click on that and I'm done. So how do you know I'm done? I can click on the front plane, and this is the exact thing you should see on the front in a multi-view drawing. This is what you should see in the front plane. Then I click on the right plane, and this is what the right plane says. So this orientates our detail 10. Now that's all for the lesson I have today.